Hi guys. Yes, that's Ventures right here. Yes, yeah, it's another video of I think Mr. Raw or something that kind of came across, and it's also quite imperative. Where he's talking about responding to someone that says the Nigerian economy or African economy is dying or something like that. He's a concussion, a white guy in our own, you know, strict sense of it. But what he's trying to say there is that on the perspectives of the major players, as people from the other parts of the world, developed parts of the world, it's an added advantage because they are not saying it that way. Rather, it's a cash out zone, for everybody on that particular league. Okay, so it's a major cause of concern, but by and large, whatever whatever happens, I think the major take there is that people that benefit from this part of the world happens to be the wealthy or the elites or the big leagues. Okay, but for the and little or no provisions or constitutions for the have-nots and for the lower cadre of life or lower pedestrians of life in this part of the world, and so on and so forth. Okay, I think he was also saying that it's just though he's sharing his thoughts, but I think that if um, um, left to say that the best is yes, there are rising opportunities in this part of the world, but the only thing is that the have-nots are not saying it. Okay, the lower people at the lower rungs of life are not lower cadre of life are not saying it. But the most important thing is for those the big excuse me the big leagues, big players to really put those at that lower ebb or lower ebbs of life into considerations. Okay, so that at the end of the day everybody goes home happy. Okay, all right, I'll leave you out to watch it out and learn a thing or two. Next to the way, how kind of way. All right, gracias.
Africa is not falling, particularly not Nigeria. Do you see how many Western businesses want to get into Nigeria? How many financial institutions want to kind of set their mark on the country? And the reason for that is that Nigeria has a very young, very well-educated population. They also have a lot of natural resources, and they're really at this shift right now where they're going from a place where people just extract raw resources to a place where value is being added. Now, I understand where regular people in Africa have some frustrations because as the manufacturing has grown rapidly in Africa, as a lot of these economic developments have taken place, this hasn't really benefited the regular people, at least not yet. But the idea that Africa is falling is kind of, I just don't really see it. And again, I'm looking at it from a macroeconomic point of view. If I was to make a sports analogy, this kind of reminds me of when a young athlete is dominating at a certain level, and then they kind of go up to the big leagues, and suddenly they're going up against all the big players, and they don't look that good right away. But as they stay on the big stage, their talent turns to experience, and they start to do better and better. And that's particularly what I'm going to see happening in West Africa and in Nigeria. So as your businesses that are Nigerian-based and Nigerian-owned start to take bigger market shares in the industry, they're going to start to hire local people. That's going to increase wages, which is going to make the real estate markets better for investors, and it's a cyclical effect. I don't get into the politics of Africa, but there's going to be, in any country, there's going to be times when you have a really good leader, there's going to be times when you have a leader that, hey, you wish you didn't have them. But regardless, the country is going to go forward regardless of whoever is sitting in the big chair. And I would say be patient with Africa, but you're not going to have to be patient too long because I'm seeing the developments. I'm talking to the business people. I'm talking to the banks. Everyone sees rapid growth in the future, and my hope is that it's not just going to benefit the wealthy investors. I really hope and I think that it's going to benefit regular Nigerians and regular people of West Africa. Anyway, that's my thoughts on it, and hopefully I can give you a little bit more positive outlook on the country and the continent in general.